Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Before I tell you the story behind this YouTube channel, I really want to say thank you for the 50,000 subscribers. I didn't think it would happen, and I'm just eternally grateful to all of you, because without you and without the people in the videos, it wouldn't have happened. And it's just a super big deal, and I'm just super grateful for the support and love. It's just like, it just makes me really happy. So thank you a lot. So this is a story that I've been wanting to share with you guys for the last 2 years. This was actually one of the first videos I was planning on releasing on my channel, because I wanted to provide an explanation to why I do the climbing videos. I've seen all the YouTube channels done it, and they felt like the right thing to do. But I didn't have it in me to do it 2 years ago. I guess I wasn't ready for it, It's just like, it was just too difficult to share it. So that's why I'm sharing it now, 2 years later, on the 50,000 subscriber mark. Because I was supposed to do it on 25th or 25,000, but I bailed out. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I bailed out. So here I am today, gonna do it. So it's about the origin of the YouTube channel and the idea behind it. Not many people know about it. I've only told a few people, and now you guys are also gonna know it. So I actually had the idea of doing climbing videos 1 year a day, 2 years before I actually did it. So let's just jump back to 2013. That's when I started climbing, and I was obsessed with climbing. That was my life. The only thing I did was climb, train, eat, watch climbing videos. And that was the only thing I did. And the first 3 months was even more intense than the rest of the next coming years. Because the first 3 months I watched everything that existed on the internet for climbing videos. Like, I wanted to be a better climber. I wanted to see what style people climbed in. I wanted to see what's the most superior style. I wanted to be the best. So I spent all my waking time just watching climbing videos. And since I did so intensely, after 3 months, I had already watched every climbing video on YouTube and on Vimeo and on Island. And even multiple times, I have my favorite videos. Some of them I've shared with you guys. I love day grind videos. So I had, to my best knowledge, I had watched everything that existed on the internet in terms of climbing content. And I was freaking out, because I'm like, well, this is what I've been doing every day for X amount of hours every day for the last 3 months, what am I supposed to do now? Because now I watched everything. Like, I could rewatch my classics, but I've already rewatched them like 7 times. So I was freaking out and I was like wishing that would come content, kept myself updated all the time, A couple of months went past, some climbing videos got released, and I really started fantasizing about the idea also, because about indoor climbing videos, because most of it, what I was watching, is outdoor climbing videos. So I could relate to it to some extent, but not so much. So I was like, man, I just wish it would be more indoor climbing videos. That would be the dream. And that's what I was thinking about, like, the next month, that would be so cool if someone did that climbing videos. Because that I could relate to. And a lot of the outdoor videos also, like, tick sense, just like people like sending it out on the internet so people would know they would actually do the boulder. There was no story, there was no approach to the boulder, like explaining why it's difficult, where the hard moves were, like why they failed or why they flashed it. It was like, there was no story. It was just like people being badass and cool, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I enjoy that too, but to some extent, like, in the end of the day, you want to be able to relate to the people that you spend so much time watching and learning from. And I couldn't do that, at least. So it was a big driving force for me, like, dreaming about indoor climbing videos. So I was dreaming about that, like, man, I just wish someone would be releasing indoor videos. And as time passed, I was like, man, like, I can't be the only one that dreams about indoor climbing videos. That would be like, more people have to feel that way, that would be sick. And then I started asking my friends, and they're like, who would post indoor climbing videos? Like, why is that interesting? Like, that's a shitty idea. And people that I don't know so much, either, like, both my friends and random people, just like, have to do all the research. And no one really felt the way I did. So I was disappointed, but I was like, yeah, whatever. And I got even more and more frustrated with time going because I'm like, well, I'm running out of footage again. I'm like watching everything for like the 10th time. And then I like started thinking even more like, if they did like a climbing video a day, I would never run out of videos. It would be the epicness. It would be the best. And yes, continued fantasizing about that. Months went past, I was just like still obsessed with climbing. And then I started playing with the thought, maybe I could do indoor climbing videos. Maybe I could do a video a day, But at the same time, I was thinking that the funny thing was that being in front of the camera was also my biggest fear. Like, there's no photos of me as a child. There's no video. When I was standing in front of the camera, I felt really unnatural. It felt like if I was going to be in front of the camera, I felt fake, and I couldn't deal with that. So I just ran away from the camera all the time, and my mom got really frustrated and angry, and she's still, I think, to some extent angry at me today because there's no physical memories or videotape of me as a child or when I was younger. And I mean, I miss that now too. It would have been really nice to have that. So here I had this vision, this idea, like, yeah, do climbing videos and maybe I can do it, but I've never done anything creative either. And being in front of the camera is my biggest fear, but I was still like, that would be so cool. And I think people would appreciate that. So I thought about that for a year, a year long, 365 days. And I kept like bringing the idea up to my friends and other people, and they're like, wow, that's a stupid idea still. Like, nah, it's just shitty indoor climbing. Who gives a fuck, And I kind of let it go, but it was still in the back of my head all the time. And then more time passed. I started working at Klätter Center, and even then it got more reinforced, like, oh, this idea would be so cool if I just could, get the courage to do it. Just have someone to believe in the concept with me that it would actually work. And that year didn't really change, I was like, I still didn't face my fear. I still didn't do those things. I was still thinking about it. I was still afraid. I was like 24, 25 and still had like a major fear in life that crippled, my ambition, my dream, because that doing a video was my dream. And then I met this really cool girl the summer of 2015. It's like 2 years since I first thought about this or dreamt about this concept. And to her, I brought up the idea, I think, and she's like, yeah, maybe you could do it, I think that was the talking, at least. So some people believe that maybe not the concept, but believe maybe I could do it. And I was like, yeah, I could do it, but I still had to face my fear. And then I was in the relationship with her, and I realized, well, if I'm ever going to do these videos, I won't be able to do one video a day, and I won't be able to work full time. It's just like, well, it's not going to work. So I kind of put it in the back of my mind again, but I just couldn't get it out, I just like had this idea all the time. And then we broke up, or I got dumped, and that really crushed me. And it also affected my ego, because, I've never been dumped before, so I think it was like a double hit, It's just like I couldn't deal with it. I got really, really sad. I was like, my world was turned upside down, and I don't know, I felt this suffering in the soul that I haven't really felt before. Just this really strange pain, just didn't know how to deal with it and didn't want to feel it anymore, and just kind of didn't want to drink it away, just wanted to deal with it fast and efficient and get it away. And I started obsessing over how I could not end up in this situation again. Like, what can I do to never be this sad or lonely or feel this lost in life? And I started to go through certain scenarios. But one thing that kept coming in my head, and I mean, this is still a theory, was that if this must be the same feeling, this hopelessness feeling, this pain in the soul must be the same feeling as you feel when you've grown old and you never did the things you want to do in life. Like, you lost your chance to do it. Like, you lost your chance to rise to the occasion and do what you believe in, even if no one believes in it. So I spent the entire weekend like, crying and obsessing over that thing, and just like, Eric, just make the decision. Like, if you don't make the decision now, you'll never make it. Like, you'll never be this low again. So then after like 48 hours of debating with myself, facing my fear and doing this, I was like, screw it. Like, fuck it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy a camera. I'm going to do this YouTube thing. I'm going to show everyone that it's possible. I'm going to do these videos and people gonna enjoy climbing videos and, just do something, like do what you believe in. So I told that myself, like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. But I wasn't like 100% there yet. I didn't trust myself that if I would have a good day, I would just like do what I've been doing for the last 2 years. But then my friend Carlos calls, which me and Carlos are really good friends, but it's not that kind of friendship. So he calls me, which I think the timing is incredibly interesting and strange and funny maybe, is that he calls me the day after, a couple of hours after I made that decision with myself that, Eric, I need your help with the music video. I've lost my leading actor. Is there any chance you can come and be in a music video and do that? And then that was like the golden moment, like the true make it or break it, to make that decision or to take that step that I've been waiting for so long. And I actually, I took it. Like, I'm like, yes, I'll be there tomorrow. We'll shoot the video. And we did. It went great, terrifying. But for the first time in my adult life, I felt like I actually was moving towards something I believed in. It felt, I was in the kind of area that I've never really been before. It's exciting. So the day after, Monday, I bought a camera and I started filming myself, and it was brutal. I didn't like the process. It was just bringing the camera to K2, kind of hiding it in my pocket, bringing it out sneakily, filming myself. It's just different kind of difficulty, especially when your friends make fun of you and don't believe really in what you're doing. Not that they are against you or trying to make you hard. I can make it hard for you, but yeah, people around me didn't believe in the concept. So of course it was a strange thing seeing me running around, people thinking I'm self-absorbed and, I don't know, just a shallow person thinking that my life is more important, like that my life is interesting, or I should put it on the internet. But I mean, I believed in the end goal. I believed in what I wanted it to create. So I kept doing the videos, but I mean, I'd never done anything creative in my life. So I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know, I had a vision. I didn't know how to execute on it. And the months kind of went past of that. Like, I kept filming myself, kept getting somewhat better in front of the camera. But I quickly realized that when I was filming with Daniel, for example, that's what I wanted to do. Like, I wanted to film other people, not necessarily because I felt uncomfortable. I was like, but I wanted to share my great friends, these great people that enriches my life with everyone on YouTube and make them look as good as I could. So Daniel's video was one of the first, and I enjoyed that a lot. So I was like, that is what I'm gonna do. And then hopefully they will join in on me. And then a couple of months went past, and then Thor joined in as well because he's afraid of being in front of the camera. So he wanted to join the suffering with me. And we did one of my favorite videos of all time. He did like 30 problems in one session and got really sick the day after, and just reinforced the thing that I really want to do, like just create episodes with my friends. But life got in the way and I got psyched on. I just got busy, or I told myself that. For me, it's more like if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it 100% or I'm not at all. And now I'm just running around on like 40%. I wasn't committing, So then in May, I decided that I'm going to put a lot of my investment into a new camera and new lens, because a lot of things that have bothered me with the climbing videos was that if you're going to learn from climbing and have flow, like you should see the entire body, you should see the entire movement. That was like my obsession and my frustration when I watched videos. So bought a camera, bought a wide angle lens, and that time even there was a step forward, because then I was, at least how the videos were looking, it was in the right direction. So I was really stoked. So I started filming videos, and it was a new camera, it was a new way of filming, and I was completely clueless. So I was doing that for May, and now it's like up to 2015. Now it's gone 2.5 years since I first dreamt about the idea. Now it's starting to become a reality. People were still mocking me and didn't believe in the concept and trash talking me on the internet when I was releasing the videos. It's just that I was just an asshole. I didn't know what I was doing. So I still had people that didn't believe in the concept at all, even though I was kind of doing it, and just eating a lot of shit from people. But I mean, I was okay with that. I believed in what I wanted to do. But in June, then I decided, like, either I do it 100% or I don't do it at all. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a video every single day for a year, because I seen that Casey Neistat said that. I'm like, all right, let's give this the true shot. Let's rise the occasion fully. And then so that's what we did for a year. I did a video a day. It's worked also at K2 Cat Center full time, so I worked 16 hours a day through sickness, through winter, summer. Kind of gave up sleeping, gave up my own training, for the outlet of creating with my friends, creating great content and just creating. You know, that's what I realize now. I love creating. That's the best thing I want to do in life. So it didn't feel like a sacrifice. Sure, I felt like I wanted to train, but videos came first. Portraying my friends in the best way possible and give you guys as much climbing as possible, you know, so you could live the dream that I was dreaming about so many years ago. So you could learn and, I don't know, never run out of content. So we did that for a year. And that's after a year I realized maybe this is sustainable. Maybe it's time to try another 100%. Quit working at K2, you know, get a normal life. Maybe I can start training again. Did that. Realized fast that there's not enough money in Sweden. I have to go somewhere else. So I started traveling, as you may know. I went to Colorado, went to Paris, and I quickly realized that, well, this won't work. This is a catch-22 because I have to go outside, away from the people in the videos, away from what I love to do with people, like love to create content with my friends. I have to go away from that to make money. But then I can't bring those people. I can't do what I love. So either the channel dies because I run out of money and this is like, it just doesn't work, or I run away to different countries, do projects there, but then I run away for people, so the channel dies anyway. So I was like, well, for the first time in 4 years, I didn't see a light in the end of the tunnel. I started doubting myself and my vision. I'm like, well, what's the point? You know, like there's no sustainability. There's no light left. It's just complete darkness, and I just didn't know what to do. So the entire this summer, I was kind of freaking out because I wanted to create a win-win for everyone. I wanted to create a great platform where my friends could grow and be better people and do their own thing, and I can support them and just you know, these are young people, but they're motivated, they work hard, and I just want to give them a platform to stand on. And also, I mean, I also want to survive and being able to not being stressed all the time and live the life and climb with them. And I also want to create great content for you guys. And bottom line, I just wanted to create a win-win for everyone. And I was freaking out because I couldn't, you know? I couldn't do it in the situation I was doing, and I didn't see a light in the tunnel. I didn't see a solution to the problem. So I was just thinking of quitting, you know? I was just for the first time, I was fantasizing getting a normal job, you know? Maybe I can work in marketing. Maybe I can find a place to live, sort of my own home, have an income, become a better climber, and maybe give up on this dream, you know, because there was no solution to it. So someday, like, everyone gets, like, I think I was a fairly positive person. I get dips where I was like, go down a bit for a couple hours and I come right back up. But these now, during the summer, it's like I could be gone for days or weeks where it's like, not depression, but more like, well, just feeling, you know, lonely and not sure what I want to do with life again. So I spent a bit more time, you know, like, should I just give up, you know? And I didn't want to do that. So I just like started thinking about like, well, what am I doing right now? Why is it not working? Well, I'm chasing companies around the world and products that are good. I mean, I work with some great companies and some great people. I mean, that's like, it's been that, in that sense, it's been really epic. But I'm tired of also like working with companies, you know, that we work together to some extent, like through mails, and sort out cool projects, and then they don't follow through, and then I just spent 160 hours, you don't get anything. So I was like, well, let's just create my own companies. Like, just stop chasing companies around the world that creates decent, like, somewhat good products. Why not just create great products with my friends that I know that I love? Why not just do that? Like, just continue creating and be self-sufficient and bring you guys along the process, and let's create something together as a community. So realizing that, I got really psyched again, and that's when I think you guys can see like the production value of the videos going up again. And I was like, yes, now I'm psyched. Like, now we're talking. Now we're in the right direction. So that's what I've been doing now after summer. So thinking a way of like creating a cool ass company is going to create badass products that we all will enjoy. Create a win-win scenario for everyone. So I'm starting the company with Rickard, Emil, and Adin. So we're starting, as you know, a podcast. We're starting a web shop with like clothing that I've been chasing around the world and months to find like the perfect cut, the perfect style, the perfect t-shirt, the perfect sweater, to kind of create revenue for us, but also create great products for you guys. Like create a win-win. So I'm incredibly excited for that. So we're gonna release that in a couple of months. So that's what's been happening, and that's why the story is here now. That's the journey I've been going through to kind of be at this point that I am. So, I mean, it's been a long one, but I'm more psyched than ever. So I hope you got all the answers you've been looking for. I know a lot of people have been asking about this story. I mean, we're gonna bring back like one video a day. Gonna work hard again, create this badass company, create the win-win. I'm really excited, and Emil is incredibly excited and really heavily invested now too. So we're gonna talk more about this in the next couple of weeks, and then you'll know more. But this is a long video. I'll end it at that. There's gonna be more badass videos from London. It's gonna be some legends only. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow.